I'm David Toman, author of nootropicsexpert.com. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what I know about acetyl-L-Carnitine, or ALCAR, what it is, why we use it, and the science behind it. ALCAR is a synthesized version of L-carnitine. L-carnitine is a derivative of the amino acids lysine and methionine. We use ALCAR instead of L-carnitine as a nootropic because it's more bioavailable. And ALCAR easily crosses your blood-brain barrier. You make L-carnitine naturally in your liver and kidneys. And from there, it's delivered to the rest of your body, including your brain. ALCAR is an important nootropic for several reasons. First, ALCAR helps brain energy metabolism. ALCAR helps deliver fatty acids into your mitochondria where they're needed for energy metabolism, providing fuel for these tiny power plants inside your brain cells. Second, ALCAR helps neurotransmitters. ALCAR is a necessary ingredient for acetylcholine formation in your brain. You use the neurotransmitter acetylcholine to keep you alert for memory and for fluid thought. Third, ALCAR is an antioxidant, which helps protect the neurons in your brain. ALCAR boosts brain-derived nootropic factor, and ALCAR helps blood flow in your brain. You get ALCAR from eating red meat and dairy products, and we call it a conditionally essential nutrient because your body uses ALCAR faster than it can produce it. So that's why you need to get ALCAR from a food or a supplement. Now there's some confusion about L-carnitine versus acetyl-L-carnitine. Both are often called just carnitine. But they are structurally different and each has its advantages. L-carnitine provides energy for the mitochondria in your cells, but it can't cross the blood-brain barrier. And only about 18% of L-carnitine actually reaches your bloodstream after you take it. Athletes and people using it to diet like L-carnitine because of its fat metabolizing benefits. And they're not looking to boost the brain. Now, ALCAR, on the other hand, is easier to absorb when you take it as a supplement. One study showed that using 2 grams of ALCAR every day for 50 days increased blood ALCAR levels by 43%. So ALCAR does everything L-carnitine does, and it can cross into your brain. Not only that, ALCAR protects your brain from oxidative stress, which L-carnitine can't do because it can't cross into your brain. Now there are 2 important ways that ALCAR works in your brain. First, ALCAR increases acetylcholine. This neurotransmitter helps memory and overall brain function. This is important in Alzheimer's patients, for example. People with Alzheimer's have 25 to 40% less carnitine acetyltransferase. This brain enzyme works with L-carnitine and ALCAR. Researchers actually linked low ALCAR levels with low acetylcholine and the beginnings of Alzheimer's disease. And second, ALCAR promotes brain energy by fueling your brain cells' mitochondria. ALCAR works as a shuttle transport for fatty acids through cell membranes, right into the cell power plant mitochondria. As ALCAR shuttles fatty acids into the mitochondria, it provides fuel that is burned for energy. As ALCAR shuttles fatty acids out of mitochondria, it flushes out toxic byproducts. ALCAR maintains mitochondria in nearly every cell of your body. Now your brain consumes at least 20% of your body's energy and generates a lot of toxic byproducts. So ALCAR is particularly important for a healthy brain. So let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Why do we need ALCAR? Well, as you get older, our brain energy and chemistry and energy metabolism changes. Nerve growth factor declines. ALCAR levels decline. Acetylcholine levels decline. Mitochondria lose their efficiency. Now, all of these age-related changes contribute to the neurodegenerative diseases of aging and can lead to Alzheimer's and dementia. This is where ALCAR comes to the rescue and why it should be part of your nootropic stack. Research from the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University showed that ALCAR will restore efficient mitochondrial energy production, replenish age-related changes to mitochondrial structure, and replenish ALCAR and acetylcholine levels in the brain and body. Now, ALCAR has the ability to boost acetylcholine and rejuvenate brain cells, including mitochondria, and this has been proven to benefit those with age-related brain diseases like Alzheimer's and major depression. So how does ALCAR feel when you take it as a nootropic supplement? Well, you might not feel ALCAR unless you're elderly or you have erectile dysfunction. For the elderly and those with ED, ALCAR helps with memory, mood, mental performance, and the ability to get and to maintain an erection. ALCAR's ability to support and fuel mitochondria should boost cognition no matter what your age. Reviews in forums show that ALCAR provides a boost in energy and quick thinking, and we have plenty of clinical research to back this all up. One study with 1,204 people showed ALCAR had a significant effect on attention, mental performance, and higher mental functions. The same study showed ALCAR seemed to ward off further brain deterioration and could be considered as therapy for brain degeneration. Another study had 130 Alzheimer's patients take ALCAR or a placebo for a year. The results of this study showed slower cognitive decline in the ALCAR group compared to the placebo group. And another study showed that ALCAR improved fatigue in those with chronic fatigue syndrome. 36 people with chronic fatigue were treated with either amantadine, which is used to treat chronic fatigue, or they were given a gram of ALCAR twice a day. The results of this study showed that ALCAR was better tolerated and more effective in treating chronic fatigue syndrome than the prescription drug used in the trial. Now, if you sometimes use ecstasy or MDMA or Molly and you want to try ALCAR, research has shown that ALCAR is effective because it protects your mitochondria from oxidative stress. These guys took it a step further. Male rats were given ALCAR before they were given a dose of ecstasy. The study found that ALCAR, and I quote, exerts effective neuroprotection against MDMA-induced neurotoxicity at the mitochondrial level. So, keep that study in mind before your next party. ALCAR can also be used for erectile dysfunction. A study was done with 120 men split into 3 groups. The first group was given 160 milligrams of testosterone a day. The second group was given 2 grams of propanol-L-carnitine plus 2 grams of Acetyl-L-Carnitine per day. And the third group was given a placebo. Now, I found this interesting. There's actually a test called the International Index of Erectile Function. They actually measure a guy's erection in these trials. Turns out that the ALCAR stack was better than the testosterone for erectile dysfunction. And ALCAR did not produce the side effect of enlarged prostate. The men had more sexual desire and their mood was better. That last one was kind of a duh. So how much ALCAR should you take? For cognitive function, I suggest 1 to 4 grams of ALCAR a day. For improved mood and chronic fatigue, I suggest 1 to 3 grams of ALCAR per day. And for age-related memory problems, I suggest 1 to 2 grams of ALCAR per day. As for side effects with ALCAR, well, they're rare. ALCAR is naturally produced in your body, so it's considered well tolerated and safe. Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, increased agitation, weight loss, and restlessness. You can also experience an increase in seizure frequency if you have any kind of seizure disorder. When you go to dose an ALCAR supplement, you should know that there are several kinds available. Acetyl-L-Carnitine easily crosses your blood-brain barrier and goes easily into your brain. L-carnitine is the standard form of carnitine you get from food, but you can also get it as a supplement, but it doesn't work very well as a nootropic. Lipocarn is a proprietary blend of alpha-lipoic acid and ALCAR. This lipocarn combo stack is a great anti-aging formula. Together, they can help with diabetes, increase your energy, help maintain cognitive function, and it even helps protect you from radiation and chemical toxins. Propenyl L-carnitine is L-carnitine combined with propionic acid. This form is great when it's used as an antioxidant because it's used for heart health. Also, propenyl L-carnitine is used for erectile dysfunction, or ED. So my nootropic expert recommendation for ALCAR is 500 to 1,500 milligrams a day, or 1,500 milligrams a day. Your body does make some ALCAR on its own, and you can get some from the food you eat. But most ALCAR comes from red meat. So, unless you eat a lot of great quality grass-fed beef, you don't get much ALCAR when you're using grain-fed beef like you normally buy in the supermarket. You might want to supplement with ALCAR. ALCAR is especially useful for age-related cognitive decline. Studies show it helps stop or even reverse the damage caused by Alzheimer's disease and depression, especially in the early stages of the disease. I suggest starting with a dose of 500 milligrams of ALCAR per day. ALCAR is great to stack with paracetam or any of the racetams for that matter. Remember, ALCAR helps produce acetylcholine. But to make acetylcholine, you need a choline source. So if you're using 4 grams of paracetam, for example, you want to add a gram or less of something like alpha-GPC or CDP-choline. This is about a 1-to-4 ratio of a choline supplement with a racetam, depending on the choline supplement you choose, of course. Use just enough choline to prevent a racetam headache. Then add 500 milligrams of ALCAR. And finally, some have found that ALCAR stacked with CoQ10 has a profound effect on everything from mood to bipolar disorder. For age-related cognitive disorders like Alzheimer's, you might want to up your dose of ALCAR to 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams a day. So that's my report on acetyl-L-carnitine. If you want to see links to the studies I talked about, go to nootropicsexpert.com and search for ALCAR or acetyl-L-carnitine. There you'll find a full transcript of this video. I'll also put a link right below this video to the article. And you'll find dozens of articles on all the well-known nootropics on Nootropics Expert. If you have any questions, or you want to share your experience using ALCAR, go to my article on Nootropics Expert and leave it in the comments section at the bottom of the article. We also have a growing forum on nootropicsexpert.com where you can go to talk about anything related to nootropics and optimizing your brain. If you want to see more videos on all the popular nootropics used today, subscribe to this channel before you leave. I'll be putting up new videos on nootropics and optimizing your brain every week. I'm David Toman, author of Nootropics Expert.